Hey, Mom.
Hey, Kate.
Are you so excited to dive into chapter 12?
I am. I've just been waiting, for heaven's sake.
Waiting all day. I hear you. All right, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm Katie Fortun. This is my mom, Lynn. We wrote a book together called Embracing Your Different Ability, and now we are diving into each chapter, asking each other deeper questions, talking about different topics, going on random tangents. It's all the things. Not only here on YouTube, but also we have 28 episodes on my podcast, the Different Ability Podcast. Totally different questions. We're diving deeper into each chapter on the podcast side of things. So, all of that will be in the description. You can click the links there. You can get the book down there. We'd love to hear from you. Now, Mom, let's dive in.
All right, let's get started. Katie, how did your experience with your IEP shape your understanding of your learning disability and how you learn best?
Well, I don't know if it's specifically the IEP, but I actually don't remember being in those meetings, but I know I was in all of the meetings.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's very important. I know you feel like that's very important. And so did my special education team. Felt like it
yep,
was very important. And so being in those meetings, I saw you advocate for me. It taught me to advocate for myself way in the beginning. The thing I feel like, and I know I'm going to be asking or answering this in the next question, so whatever, but is it wasn't so much the IEP. I mean, I learned about that because I had the accommodations and I learned about my accommodations in the IEP,
right.
which is important. But to piggyback off of the next question, I'll let you just ask it here in a second. But it was more that class that I took with Mrs. D.
Yeah,
And I'm going to
yeah.
stop talking there and you can ask the next
Well,
question.
and I do want to say something about your IEP. What the IEP did for me, I think, and what I thought it did for you was more give you goals on what are areas that you really needed to work on more than others, and what could we put in place to help in those areas. So it was kind of more of an overall guide or direction, whereas now this class that I'll ask you about was very much more specific, which means, can you share more about what you learned in Mrs. D's study skills class and how it impacted your personal growth?
Everything. We like dove into so much. It was a class where it was a really small class. It was people that have learning disabilities, and we all learned about our individual learning disability. So we took the whole semester, or whatever it was, and learned all sorts of different things, did a lot of different projects and assignments and things like that about our specific learning disability.
Right.
I still have that whole book with the class and everything in it. And I
Yeah.
have a freebie in the book that I have that you can go grab from the book and put your email in and download it. And you can see some of the examples of things that we did.
Yeah.
And that was my like little high school self that wrote all that stuff out. And I don't know, I just learned so much about myself in that class, how I needed to learn, how I learned differently. And it was such a game changer in my life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I couldn't be more grateful. And it was something that I will never forget, but it also helped build who I am today
Yeah.
because I could go through high school knowing my rights and the different things, and then also going into college or the workforce or whatever you decide to do. And I had all of that information with me, and it mattered so much I kept it. Like I still have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's pretty impactful.
And I am not a hoarder. I don't like keeping things. I throw things
Yeah.
away a lot or donate things. That I kept for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. She was a is an amazing instructor, and I give her so much credit and so much thanks for everything she did for you because she made a difference in your life.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Katie, how did you find the courage to advocate for yourself in such a vulnerable moment when the teacher didn't believe you?
This is a question we answered on the podcast, so I'd be interested to see how I answer it differently here,
Yeah,
probably. But we did answer this one on the podcast as well. But I don't know, honestly. Like, I really don't know. Well, I hadn't taken that study skills class yet, so it's not like it was because of the skills class, but because I know Mrs. D had, stated things to me, and even my special education teachers in middle school and stuff, I knew the gist of it. I knew that I had an IEP, and being in my IEP helped too in those meetings. I knew I was allowed to leave the classroom to take the test. Like, that is what I did. That teacher did not believe that I was dyslexic, and that is not new for me.
Yeah,
Most people don't believe that I have a learning disability, but I do. And I I just had this gut feeling of like I had to leave.
right.
I don't care what he said. I don't care if I was going to get in trouble because
Yeah,
I knew what I was doing was right. Is
yeah,
I was allowed to leave the classroom to go up to the special education room to take the test. And the second I was nervous and scared and everything, but I was also really frustrated and annoyed.
yeah.
It's like, freaking A, why can't you just believe me? Like, I'm
No,
not lying. Why does someone want to lie
yeah,
about this?
really.
But I understand that he didn't know what he didn't know, and I'm not mad about it. Like, it's not a big deal. But at the time, I went up, and Mrs. D was very angry in a great way. Like, I wish I would have been a
Yeah,
fly on the
she
wall.
was advocating for you 100%.
Big time. She goes, "You sit down. I'll be right back." And she stormed out of that office and or her classroom. And yeah, I think I honestly don't know where it came from. It's similar to like when I got teased in the hallway. I don't know
Yeah,
where it came from. It just came from deep within me, and I knew I needed to do it, whatever that looks like. And I'm glad I did. I learned a lot about that because when she came
yeah,
back up with the test, we sat down and talked about it, why that was illegal, why
yeah,
that's not okay, why I did what I did was correct,
yeah,
so all of that. It was really important. So
yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. It was kind of a turning point for some things and with your learning about your disability. So
yeah, for sure. Well, he never questioned that
never
again. So
question it again. No.
nope. Nope, nope. Well, okay, Mom, let's go
Okay.
dive into chapter 13. And again, everyone, you can go down below, click the link, go listen to the podcast episode for this. Would love for you to leave comments, let us know how you feel, go read the book. Can't wait to hear from you all. So thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Sounds good. See you then.
See ya.